So now that we have gone through all the different importance of the topics of lifestyle medicine from very many different angles, because as you guys know, I'm trying to approach health and wellness from a holistic perspective. And also the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, which is very different from traditional medicine, is because this gives me an opportunity to address the whole person. And so now that we have introduced the topics to people so they have an understanding of how important it is to address these specific areas and make sure that we are whole and well in all of these areas in order to enjoy and live the life in our most optimal manner. I'm actually going to be creating a group coaching session from April 28th to June 16th. So it's 8 weeks long, where as a community, we come together and we practice it together. I had initially wanted to introduce this topic to premenopausal and menopausal, and then my husband reminded me, hey, there are a lot of men that have approached and have wanted also, to be part of this group. So I decided to open it up to men and women who are older than 40, who want to take back control of their health and well-being. But the caveat is there's only 10 spots because I just want it to be a small community. And so I just wanted to tell you a little bit about what that's going to look like. All right, so for the very first week will be an introductory week. So it's a total of 8 weeks long, but the first week is more about just introducing what the topics are going to entail for the 6 weeks of the meat of the session. So there will be what we call a detox challenge, because some of you know, once you cross 40, it's so hard to lose weight. And that's because our bodies are so different. The way it processes foods is different. And the types of foods we consume, the time of day we consume these foods, our hormones, men versus women, all of those do play a role. So we will be discussing those. We'll try to personalize some of the programs so it's most effective for the individual. So in order for me to be able to address the individual, there will be an intake questionnaire. You will also be given specific material, whether it's food or measurements that you need to be taking. So those will be discussed on the very first week. We also do like a pre-course picture because I like to see the before and after and see the progress in a very tangible way. And the goal doesn't always have to be weight loss, but it can be other things too, as far as dealing with stress better, interpersonal relationships are better. So there's so many different things that we can try to bring about by doing this community-based program. So week 2, again, we will start with spirituality. We'll spend some time together with focusing on how do we enhance our spirit. And a lot of it is going to be how we look at ourselves internally. Because sometimes when we have this internal image of ourselves that is not always very positive, it's harder to move forward with the reality that we see in our world. So dealing with that internal image, how we view ourselves, removing some wrong mindsets, those are going to be extremely crucial. Like you heard with Dr. Arthi's talk, Dr. Dina's talk, Amy, Walter, all of them had mentioned about, the mindset. That's going to be extremely important. And sometimes with that mindset, it needs community, it needs accountability, and that will be something that I would like to provide. Week 3, we'll be focusing on mental well-being. Again, there will be specific practices that we will look into, especially like relaxation techniques. What does self-care look like? And once we get into a place where we have developed a routine for the individual, where they are able to refresh themselves, feel like they have tools to improve their mental well-being, it will translate into productivity at work. And so it's also going to be a way of increasing self-belief and creating a life you've always wanted to live with a positive mindset. And a lot of times people feel like they're always hitting like a brick wall, like they're not able to move past a certain way of thinking. And that impairs the way they view themselves, the way they view their world. So this is really going to be important mind work and moving past that. Week 4, we've heard a lot of good discussions about processed foods. So we will take the time to understand and identify foods that promote life versus those foods that induce disease. So this knowledge will be useful in detoxing your kitchen. I will also be introducing why, it's because the area of supplements is extremely misunderstood. And as Dr. Commander had mentioned, especially there's a lot of promotion of let's use supplements to get rid of cancer, or let's use supplements to be healthier. Now, there are roles for supplements because I have a lot of patients with depleted vitamin D levels. And yes, having depleted vitamin D levels can impair your health in many different ways. So yes, there are roles for supplements. So we will understand that a little bit better. And I'll be creating a 10-day food detox challenge because there are food addictions, because we eat so many types of foods that are highly addicting, especially the ones that are high sugar, high flour. They have the same power over our brain like heroin or cocaine, so those are the types of addictions that I will be helping people get over during this challenge. And as you can see, all it takes is 10 days, because once you train your taste buds, and over time when your microbiome and your gut changes, the message that you're sending your brain will change over time. So it's an extremely powerful program. And for those who are struggling with, just getting rid of that weight, or even where you feel like the food has power over you versus you having power over the food, doing a detox like this will be extremely useful. And then I'll also give people the opportunity, if you have your favorite recipe that consists of unprocessed foods, and it'll be something that's helpful for the group, we will go ahead and post it on the TLC website with your name on it, especially if that's something you've created yourself. So this is something fun for us to do together. Week 5 will be movement. So here the focus will be on what does it mean to increase movement. So it doesn't just have to be running, walking, going to the gym. I think Dr. Arthi's case was very crucial, because not everybody likes going to the gym, and not everybody likes to associate movement with exercise. And it can be something extremely fun that we can do. And in fact, while we are doing this program together, we'll do an activity together, especially for those of us who are in the UAE, because it's going to be, week 5 will be somewhere in June. So probably be an indoor activity. We could do like rock climbing. We can even do like a walk together in an indoor space. But whoever gets the most number of steps, they will be posted on the webpage and receive a special prize. This is just to motivate the community, make it more fun, make it more rewarding. And so, we'll just work together on it. Week 6, sunshine, relaxation, and sleep. So participating in relaxing activities, again, taking the time to do a relaxing routine does take intentionality. So for me personally, I can just go constantly. And if I'm not intentional, I do feel burnt out internally. And I know that applies to everybody. So we will go through different routines because every person might find one activity more relaxing than the other. So giving more options is good. Doing relaxing activities as a group is good. So we'll do group yoga or dance or cooking class. We'll just see what everybody votes to do. But again, it's about doing it as a community, having accountability, because when you do it as a community with accountability, you're going to be more successful in achieving your goal. Week 7 is about creating communities. So all of us have personal hobbies, or even if you don't, I definitely want to help you discover it and discover what kind of interests you have. And if that's something you really love and are passionate about, we can work together how you can create your own group within your community so more people can be involved in something like this. And, you can spread the love, if you will. And week 8 will be the day to celebrate. We will review all the key takeaway points from the previous weeks. We'll do the after picture goal checklist and see how many people have actually been able to achieve their goals. And the idea is all of you would have developed something, whether it was something that you came in thinking that you were going to develop, or you took so much more than you thought you were going to get, and then you take that information and change your world and your community. And that's really what transformational life consulting is all about, is transforming lives, and through these lives, transforming communities.